Hi, I'm Sailor Moon Serena here, and I'm doing a YouTube live stream. Well, the first thing I'm going to talk about in this YouTube live stream is that I don't know how. So Jordan's doing a YouTube live stream, and I don't know exactly how that YouTube live stream didn't follow YouTube oversight or YouTube followership oversight. But my guess was that there was some troll that comes on the shout out box, I'm guessing, and says, "Oh, what do you think about?" And I'm going to let you folks guess what was there. Whatever was there, um, apparent whatever was there, Jordan made a mistake to talk about it, or at least it makes a mistake to even say anything about it. So this troll goes to YouTube, flags it, and someone working from home on YouTube actually watches the whole live stream up to the time where that troll says that thing in the shout out box, and when Jordan says that. Then, since it was on the warning and the free strikes, Jordan keeps her good standing because it was only a warning. So I'm doing this YouTube live stream just to see if that was just a mistake on YouTube side, or was it a mistake on Jordan's side, or was it a mistake on, I don't know. Hi. Everyone's like, oh well, there's some tool that's running the Webstead. I don't really think there's a tool running the Webstead. If there is a tool running the Webstead, then more films would have been taken down for not following YouTube followership oversight, which I believe at the end of the day was my mistake, or at least it was Jordan's mistake for actually talking about that. There was that troll, and he or she wanted to get Jordan in a hang up with YouTube. So they put that on the shout out box, hoping that Jordan would say something about it. And then Jordan makes a mistake and talks about it, and the rest is yesteryear. Well, so far I have 3 followers, 1 thumb up, someone in the shout out box saying hi. And I'm going to let it be known if that troll does show up in this live stream and starts saying stuff that is not right, I'm going to block him or her. I'm going to lock him and her. Then I'm going to remove their stuff in the shout out. I'm going to take the stuff off the shout out box, and that's the end of it. I'm not going to lose my good standing of YouTube that I've had for going to be 7 years over some dummy that just doesn't know what's right and what's wrong to say. And I'm dumb enough to say something about it. So I'm just gonna sad for clearing my throat. If someone wants to make fun of me for clearing my throat in my films, then go right ahead and do so. I don't really care these days what my haters think. If I cared what they thought, I wouldn't be on YouTube doing this, now would I? So I just want to thank everyone who did come on my YouTube live stream. That'd be about 4 of them, 2 thumbs up, 4 followers down to 3. I just wanted to see what would happen if I did this YouTube live stream. Okay, I'm sad for clearing my throat, and I know that when this stream it's already going to be playable, since the one thing from a YouTube live stream and the Google Hangout is that the film's already playable. All right. I don't do them all the time. No, I don't. I only did Google Hangouts until I could do non-live stream films, and I do YouTube live stream every once in a while. So, yeah. So there's this webstead that's called Sailor Moon TV. And it sometimes has hang-ups. Sometimes stuff doesn't play. And it's one of those days where stuff doesn't play. And then apparently if you got Google Chrome, apparently Google Chrome doesn't know how to play anything. But if you got Mozilla Firefox or Microsoft Edge or Apple Safari or I don't know, Opera, everything plays good. And since I do have a Microsoft Windows Reckoner with small soft Windows 10, I can work between Edge and Firefox and Chrome and Safari and Opera, but I like to stick with Edge. Hi. So everything's doing good. Everything's doing good. I had to make this YouTube live stream, I guess, to see where everything would go. But sadly, we know that live streams and non-films don't exactly well, I'm frightened that I do not know. Well, first off, I don't know because I don't know that live drawing show or that drawing film, so I cannot answer that asking because I don't know. But what I do know is now I'm frightened that I'm going to, lose my good standing to someone out there, So, getting back to the beginning of the film again, there was this one. Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's something that someone's trying to get me to say, seeks to get me to say, that's going to be worked on me as something bad. I'm not going to talk about it. But the only thing I'm going to say is that I don't know who would win between that fight because I never saw that live drawing in a drawing film. So, yeah, a new oversight for me is if someone puts something on that shout out box that's not right, I'm locking it. And I'm not going to talk about it because that's what happened with Jordan. So, just so everybody know that. That's my own oversight. That's not YouTube's oversight. That's not YouTube followership oversight. That's my oversight. Because I know there are trolls and haters on YouTube who hold for you or stop for you to do something wrong, and then they go tell on you. It said we're gonna get another Sailor Says or something. I don't know. I've been thinking about when I should do it. I was thinking about doing one today, but then I shift my mind and I was fighting AJ Styles instead. I was going to talk about the illness, the sickness. See, that's what I thought may have done it. But I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to even keep, I don't know. Most likely probably going to have this for maybe, I don't know. I guess I will do it. I don't know. So I might do one. I don't know when. I was going to talk about the illness and sickness, but it's been talked about way too much. So by this point, I think so. I don't know. I might do one. I might not do one. I'm just frightened if I do one and I talk about that illness, it's going to unput everyone else who talked about the illness. So I don't know. I might do a Sailor Says sometime down the road. I don't know. I haven't done one in a long time. Hell, I haven't done one since probably 2017. Wow, and that's been a long time. Hi, I love your films. Well, thank you for saying that. I'm happy that you like my films. Even though there are a lot of folks out there that do not like my films. But then there are more folks who do like my films. So I want to say thank you to that. You ever know there are these... So there's always going to be someone out there that always has this big fight over, what's more good Sailor Moon? Is it Deke, Pioneer, or the Viz? And I like all three of them. But what I come down to believe is that if it was not for anyone seeing the Deke one back in 1995, they wouldn't have known what they were bitching at. Like, I think a lot of folks back in 1995, while very few folks had a home reckoner. The only ones that could actually afford a reckoner back then were either businesses, learn halls, book houses, or sick houses. So I think a lot of them didn't even know what Sailor Moon was until they watched it, in 1995. And then, wow, then one day they got their own reckoner with the interweb, or they went to some book house somewhere, their learn hall, and then they looked up the Sailor Moons. They thought that's where Sailor Moon's English offshoot came from. Oh, so that's the Toei one, where all the other ones were offshooted from. Now I'm going to bitch at it and say I hate it now. And I'm going to say yeah. They would have you believe that from day one they didn't like it. No, this hatred for my show came years later. You know? You have to forgive me. I can't really shift too many things around on my YouTube live stream. I can't shift the way it's shooting things. And it is what it is. So yeah, I just had to get one out. So far everything's good, but now I'm getting frightened that if I do a YouTube live stream, am I gonna get striked? Is someone going to come on and say, oh, well, I think what you're talking about is wrong, or what I think I see in your films is wrong? And then someone at YouTube who's working at home from 9 to 5 is going to say, yeah, that's wrong. You can't talk about that or show that in a YouTube live stream. Yeah, I'll admit maybe it was a mistake on her side for not locking and taking it off the shout-out box, and by mistake talking about that thing. But man, I talked about and done a lot worse on mine. No, I haven't done a lot worse on mine. What am I talking about? I've been in good standing for going to be 7 years, which wasn't always true, but it is true. I have been in good standing for 7 years, and I'm sure that troll or hater, whatever he or she wants to call themselves, is. If they think they're going to come on this YouTube live stream and they think they're going to do to me what they did to Jordan, not happening. So and so shows up and says that same thing or whatever, boom, they're locked. Words are taken off the shout-out box, and then that's it. Luckily, it was only a warning, and Jordan still has her good standing. If it was old YouTube, back when it was 3 strikes and you're gone, the good standing would have already been gone. So it's Reweek God here. What's up, Sailor Moon? You should do more live films. Hi. Who do you think would win between a fight, Sailor Moon or I don't know? I don't know. Why would I be fighting Hannibal Lecter for? First off, I think that I would beat him because I mostly believe that at the end of the day, Tuxedo Max throwing the red rose at him would basically, he wouldn't know how to handle that. The words that the Tuxedo Max said to him would go over his head. And then I would do Moon, Holy, Strike, and that'd be the end of it. He'd be done with me. He'd run off. And then after that, we're going to get another Sailor Says or something. Hey, dude, I love your films. So I got 6 followers, 7 thumbs up. And we'll see if someone at YouTube thinks this is not following followership oversight, which I believe it is. I already fought Jason Voorhees. Go way, way back to some of my earlier films. Maybe 2014 YL or maybe 2015 YL. Just go on my channel, put in Jason Voorhees, and it'll pop up when I was fighting Jason Voorhees. Granted, it was a doll from Freddy vs. Jason film, but that's what it was. Granted, it's a French bar word. Luckily, that's what it was. So, first off, we're talking about, you talking about Huston Crawford. Why are we talking about him for? Yes, he's doing good. But anyway, it'd be what it's going to be. Well, Well, I liked all of the 11 Friday the 13th films. Yes, if you count the remake if you count the new one, the one that they both made, that makes 11. So I've been 11 films, you know, and I liked them all. All right, so here's what we're going to also talk about. I had a Farseer show called PGSM. It ran from 2003 while to 2004 while. It was written in every speech you can think of, but was never brought out outside of Japan. My guess was that Toei never got a deal to get it outside of Japan. I mean, you'd think that Viz would get the right to work with PGSM and then put it in English, and then most likely they'd probably get a right to run it on, on Hulu or run it on their own webstead, like they do. And you're like, oh well, who would voice them? Who would speak for them? The same ones that speak for them in the drawing films and the live drawings. They'd be doing that, But PGSM never got no true English work, and none of the song shows. And there have been a lot of song shows and plays over the years and never got no true English work at all. Oh, I know that's a bad thing. I know. But you would think that Viz would have still had the rights. I don't know what deal Toei and Viz's deal implied. Was it just the drawing films that are live drawings? I don't know. I don't know. My hands are aching. So I truly don't know. But I'd hope that they would do it. And there also seems to be some folks out there that seem to go, oh, well, they like to call me Usagi, but my name is Serena. Come on, who's this Usagi? So, yeah. Well, I would tell you that most likely if I was fighting Jason Voorhees, that I did fight on my YouTube fairway, it would be, what you would think it would be. Then the Rose would come, knock the knife out of his hand. He'd be shocked over what that happening and what Tuxedo Max would say. Then I'd do my my moon holy strike, and it'd be done. I did fight him on my YouTube. Go back to either 2004 WoW or 2015 WoW. Put in Jason Voorhees on my YouTube fairway, and you'll see I did fight him. I don't even know who this Angel Matilda is. So I don't know why I'd be fighting him, because I don't know who Angel Matilda is. And the truth, I do not know. Are you a hard-working New World man? You're making your own craft? The answer would be yes. Yeah, well, anyway, the answer would be yes. So, yeah. Now, let's get into another thing. I don't know who Angel Matilda is. I don't know who he or she is, so I don't know. And why would I be fighting them for? I don't know. So, a lot of folks out there, and here goes something that we want to. Oh, Fight Angel is not. I guess her name's Angel, and I mistaken it for something else. It's a live drawing film. It's a drawing book. But I don't know her, and I don't know why we would be fighting. So it looks like that, once again, I'm dumb. Hey, but then again, I'm a meatball head, and the only live drawing film I know about is my own. Every other thing I talk about, I'm dumb. Which makes a lot of right for me. Gotta stick right in with the selfhood. But I don't know why me and Battle Angel or Fight Angel, why we'd be fighting, I don't know. I guess we're both followers of the Ondid Bonds of Good. So, why would we be fighting for? So, everyone always says, oh, Sailor Moon. Well, Serena, where do you all come from? Oh, I came from Amazon. Yeah, I did. I came from Amazon. You know, the only ones that didn't come from Amazon was Sailor Mini Moon, Anime Toys, Sailor Venus, and the Salvation Army, or the Help Land team. Help Land Fighters, I guess. That'd be it. And Sailor Neptune's the only one that came from eBay. And if you're thinking, and I do need Sailor Saturn, but sadly, go on Amazon, she's out of stock. Go on eBay, asking way too much. So then I came across the Big Queen Beryl that was on eBay, but it was worth too much. And I don't want to come off as someone who's going around asking someone to get stuff. Then I take the upside on them, which is not true. And then my haters go, "Oh, Sailor Moon, oh, Serena, you're taking the upside on folks." Or Dwayne, you're taking the upside on folks. So we're going to talk about some things here. Let not forget, yeah. I didn't forget about Sailor Venus. She came from the Salvation Army, or the Helping Land Fighters, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And Luna and Artemis, those were actually pop heroes or pop good doers from Game Again. And everyone else was that. And Sailor Neptune was from eBay. Hey, and I could also make the argument to say that Sailor Pluto came from Omen Boy 4, and he probably got that from eBay, but I came from Omen Boy 4. Yes, Ernest P. Worrell, Sailor Earth, Pee Wee Herman, Stephen Urkel, Beetlejuice, Steve Talks, and Michael Cole, and Jason Jordan, Bigfoot, all were eBays. But as far as Sailor Moon goes, Sailor Neptune was the only one that came from eBay. No, I can't really make my own stuff out of wax. You know, I can't make my stuff out of waxworks or wax. Sadly, I cannot. I don't have that skill to make dolls or anything like that. If I did, then most likely that would have already solved my hang up with that. So, yeah, I talk about how we need Sailor Saturn, and someone out there is going to say, oh, I'm e-begging, I'm e-asking, whatever, interweb asking. So, let's get into that. All right. So, this was something the haters always bitched about back in the day. Maybe you folks won't be so mad or irked about it. So, Dwayne used to make a film talking about why he doesn't work. All right. And maybe Dwayne was being a self-hood and he would come off being dumb, but he's truly smart. They think he was lazy since he doesn't work and he doesn't learn. Well, that's not true. Dwayne takes care of his pets. He brings the clutter cans out, brings them back. He runs the dirt cleaner in the living room, makes up. He takes all the dirty wear out of the washer into the dryer and folds that out and brings that upstairs. And he does a lot of stuff around the house. He did a lot of things even back then. But the haters would say he was lazy because he wasn't working and he wasn't learning. And, that was called besmirching. They were making up stuff. They're like, oh, well, here's the grounds to why he doesn't want to work. One, it's harder to get a job than it is to keep it. Making mistakes on a job can make you lose your job, Yeah, I'm sure that some businesses are like, sure, you fucked up, that's all right. And some business are like, okay, you're not flawless, get out of here. So, and you know how often I make mistakes, how often I'm clumsy and whatever, and being a ditz. So there you go, you lost your job. And when I just do, and you really think, and that's the truth, Don't want to be one of those that fucks up and loses a job. So there you go. Would be very unhappy with that. So, do you think any of those haters would have been happy? No, they would have bitched about all this and that. So they've never been happy with it at all. So there. That's why Dwayne doesn't want to work. That's his grounds. Frightened that if he gets a job, he'll fuck it up and lose it. It has nothing to do with being on some kind of leadership gathering tour or anything like that. Probably the only kind of tour that I would be on would be Earldom Land tour, but that wouldn't be until after 30 years. And near Land tour, but that's about 30 years too. And he also he's one of the free owners of a house. Well, yeah, so I guess the haters wouldn't believe that too, huh? Yeah, I'm going to be I'll be stopping. I know someone out there is going to eventually give me shit for it. And now me being clumsy and being a ditz has made me lose many jobs, Sailor Moon says. Oh, but one day God's going to make me be young Queen Serenity of the New Earth Kingdom, or some say just Japan, whatever. So it is what it is. Well, yeah, that's probably true, but I never had a job at all. But I do help out around the house, so it doesn't make me lazy. Yeah, and I lost a lot of my jobs by being clumsy and dumb. Well, clumsy and stuff, and it's way harder to get a job, but it's smooth enough to lose one. I don't know who I'm going as. Is it Tracy Moore, Carrie Hanks, or Linda Bellatime? I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, well, I never had a job, never did. That was my goal. So, and everyone would then give Dwayne shit. All the haters would give Dwayne shit for picking not to have a job. They would call him lazy, say he was this and that, make all kinds of things up. In another sense, I was like, was that a wrong thing to say? I guess it was. Yeah, but then when you're the fighter of love and right, and yeah, what is a job? Well, I'll tell you, I did WWE Network work one time, lost that. Then I worked for Netflix and I lost that. They're like, yeah, being a ditz, being a clutch, but they're like, if you're going to be the young Queen Serenity of the New Earth Kingdom, then having these jobs don't really mean nothing, does it? Yeah. Why would I be want to wrestle anyone? I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a W wrestler or fighter that would fight me. Why don't we fight any of them for? Go back to my earliest days and my sagas. We have Vince McMahon was one time golded by the Dark Kingdom. Wolfman Hart went after Hunter's Helmsley once. Dixie Carter did well. The Kingdom of Hell and Dixie Carter once too. Well, actually, no. The Kingdom of Hell went after Vince McMahon, Dixie Carter once. Wolfman Hart went after Hunter's Helmsley once. Oscar was also golded once, and so was John Cena. But it is what it is. It said Sailor Moon canon after the new birth of the world. I do not know, to be earnest with you. All I know is that it was Sailor Moon in the Talismans or Sailor Moon in Holy Souls. It should have been 1, 2. Holy Souls 1 and 2. Then it was Sailor Moon Extra. Then it was Sailor Moon Velocity. I'm not making that one up. Then Sailor Holy Souls Free and Sailor Moon Extreme, or should we call it Atmost? Probably the longest follower Saga Tales to go. So I got like about it. So I don't know. So if anyone wants to go to Sailor Moon TV, that's where you can see all my stuff, both the Deke and Pioneer English offshoots, the Viz English one, PGSM, the Farseer show one, the song shows, all that good stuff. Just keep in mind that some days they have fuck ups, where some days the stuff plays, some days the stuff doesn't play. So yeah, I do need Sailor Saturn, but then I go on Amazon, it's already out. Then I go on eBay, it's worth too much. I came across the Big Queen Barrel. That was on eBay, but that was worth too much. So yeah, so now we went from fighting Queen Barrel, then to Ruvius, and then from Ruvius we went to Divatox, and then from Divatox we went to who did I go to? Oh yeah, I forget who did I fight after that. Man, who did I fight after that? I don't know. I'm just gonna say that we had our dealings. Oh no, with Jade, and then after that we found ourselves dealing with Lord Zed. I'd be wrong, so wrong about that. But I forget who I fought after that. I truly do. I mean, who did I fight? Who did I fight after that? Yeah. So yeah, that wouldn't be so helpful if I don't have the gout on me to buy any of that stuff. And making a wish list on Amazon, eBay would be good and all, but if you don't got the gout to buy it, it's kind of sad. But I guess it's more good than nothing. So you make a wish list on Amazon, eBay, and what happens? It's I don't know. I don't know what happens from there. It's like yeah, I guess you could do that, and then what? Then what happens? Someone from Amazon or eBay feels sad for you one day and says, "Okay, I'll give this out to you as free, but don't tell anyone because this is going to worth us gout." I don't know. Like, who would that be? I don't know. Oh God. Oh, you can just hear that now. So I make a wish list on Amazon, eBay, and then one day someone would then get it for me, whoever that would be. I don't know. Uh, but anyway, it is what it is. Oh, let's get talking about that illness and sickness out there. Ha ha. Which almost every, you know, oh, we've been dealing with Wicked now. And I tell you, our ERC leader, Nako Makua, I can't say her name right, but maybe if I spell it out, you might know how it goes. It's Yuriko. No, it's Yuriko Koike. And I think she's the one behind Wicked. And whoa, and Tokyo would have been opened back up by 30 days, but then she figured, nah, we're going to sum of the earldoms up and not all the earldoms, all the ears up. But I think she's behind Wicked and the Dark Fiend and all that stuff. I make a good point about what? About the wish list thing on Amazon or eBay. Yeah, I'm sure that that works and all, but here's what I don't get. Folks who say what I'm saying is wrong, but you see, I don't have no bank. I have no gout holder. So it's not like I can go open up, go fund me or Patreon or Backer, because what's going to happen there is like, do you have any gout holder? Where's all this gout going to go to? Not like I can ask for that stuff. I start doing that, and my haters start bitching at me. But anyone who goes on GoFundMe or Patreon or that French bar where it's English where it's backer are seen as good doers. Yeah, anyone who has over talk on their live streams, everybody's seen as that. You know, and it's good to see you again. I got like 11 followers, 10 thumbs up, and so far, yeah. So, how does this wish list go? Because ever since I got this, oh, apparently it's one of those websites where you're putting everything in right. Ever since I got my new Reckoner of Microsoft Windows 10, I got to clean shit out right now, too. And apparently, the sad thing is that it will say, oh, the stuff you're putting in the Amazon reckoning is wrong. When I was doing it on Google Chrome, it was said everything was good. So I don't know what to tell you. There, I got the stuff cleaned out. No more lockups. I got to clean the shit out so it doesn't lock up. And some folks think, oh, well, you just hit, you can't hit nothing. If it locks up, you got a hard shutdown. There is no undoing it. Tell you the truth, I don't even play any stream games on it. That's probably like way too much for it. And you always hear about folks overclocking, making it go faster than it's already going. So yeah, once they lock up, you can't overdo it. You can't tell it to unlock itself. You got to do a hard shutdown. They're going to be folks telling you, oh, you got to hit all these things at the same time. So I just clean all the stuff out of it, clean all the clutter, all the websteads and all the tools you run put into it. And that's what you got to do. But I wish you had a good Reckoner if you like to play streaming games on it. You know. But you always hear about folks that are over making them run. You always hear about folks saying, I'm not happy with how fast it's running. I got to make it go run faster and then fuck it up that way. You know? Why they even call it 19, I don't know. But the thing is, Lucifer made this illness. God's going to stop it. I said something like that. Oh no, Xena said something like that on Twitter a long time ago. And Twitter said, oh, you can't say Lucifer made that illness. Yes, Lucifer did make the illness and God's going to stop it. Yeah, I guess because they say it came out in 2019 YL, but no one wanted to say nothing about it. They said China was guilty of not saying anything about it for a whole year. And then when they said something to the rest of the world, it was too late. But then China go back and forth saying, where's your truth? Did we ever say anything wrong about it? And then, yeah, but I don't think China's going to get any land backing them up right now. Every land's got the illness too. It's not like China can go run to Iran and North Korea and Russia and say, United States, the Iron Irks is bullying me. They say it's my mistake that I didn't tell them fast enough about illness. Could you back me up and say they bullies? You gave us illness too and didn't tell us shit about it for about a year, so why if we back you up? We got our own hang-ups. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Lucifer sadly made the illness show up around that time. Some folks just had to eat their bats. Had to have Wildermouses, had to eat them. Just wanted to see, I guess, how Wildermouse meat tasted. And then Lucifer said, I got this illness that's only been in Wildermouses, but now I'm going to see if I can make it go to men and women. Ha! I can, Lucifer says. And then Shauna basically said, we got it under one. Oh, shit, we don't. Better tell the rest of the world. But by the time Shauna told the rest of the world they didn't have it underrun, it was too late. You know? So this illness that Lucifer made, God's going to stop it. You know? And, yeah. Jonathan Coachman. Hi, I didn't know you were going to be on, Jonathan Coachman. I didn't hear anything from you since, like, last week. Since, like, you know, you wrote something and then you just, like, took it right off. All right, I'm not even going to get into that. If that's something that you want, if that is something that has set me up so I can get myself in a hang up with YouTube, not happening. So I don't know. Why was the Meshiv restricted? I didn't restrict the Meshiv. I don't know. I didn't do nothing. I'll just have to hold for Jonathan Coachman to come back and say something else because he came on, but it said the word was like blocked or something. I didn't do it. Unless YouTube themselves did it. Jonathan Coachman came on a YouTube live stream and then he left. I guess he's busy. Well, at least he did come in to look at it. You know. At least he did come in and gave it a look at. That was kind of him. Yeah, some folks don't know it, but Jonathan Coachman from WWE has been a follower of at least TWF and Sailor Moon for at least a week and a half. And I want to say thank you for him coming on and watching what he watched. And I guess he had to go and do something, so it is what it is. He might come back on later. I don't know. Yeah, he actually first watched the Friday Night SmackDown TWF Money in the Bank or Gal in the Box film last week. Then he also happened to have given a shout out about it. And then he also watched the Sailor Neptune film. So, yeah. So folks out there thinking that someone name known or at least someone well known wouldn't like my stuff. Well, there you go. I know that probably makes the haters mad. Yeah, he probably came on and removed whatever he was going to say. He may have said something, and I guess he removed it, left. I don't know. I didn't even know it was even on until I looked and saw he was there, and it said it was gone. Well, anyway, it is what it is. Monstrous, I don't know. Not going to even get into that. A new oversight that I should have done it myself. This new oversight goes because there was some troll, one of Jordan's films, that said something and then Jordan made a mistake to say something about it. And then this troll went to YouTube and told it, and they watched the whole film up to that point. And then they said, oh, Jordan, you weren't following followership oversight. Warning, don't do it again. You still got your good standing. So I said if he comes back or he or she comes back doing that, they're going to get locked, and that's going to be the end of it. I'm sad for that. And someone asked me, did Lucifer make, and I don't know what you want me to say, Slayer something. I don't know. Not sure. So as you know, I do have a Twitter again, folks. That's Sailor Moon 1995 YL. Oh, you gotta talk about all these folks out here who think they know what's in your YouTube fairway. They'll tell you, oh, you gotta make a playlist of all your films from the beginning to now. You gotta make a likeness for folks to follow you. Then you got to write a real long telling what's in your films. Then you got to do all these things with your likenesses, and too much work. So I was going to brand my channel, whatever, my fairway. YouTube keeps telling me, your likenesses are too big, your likenesses are too small. So, okay, fuck it. None of that stuff works. And I could do all that stuff if I wanted to, or if it worked for me, which is hit and miss, and it may or may not work. What these folks don't want to tell you is they're already YouTube mates. They already have everything set. So they can come and tell you, this is what you got to do to make your fairway grow. Well, you folks are already you already mated. You already have all your playlists, your long tellings and your films and your likeness for everybody. Come follow me on my films and all that other stuff. Follow me, nerds, all that stuff. So you already got all that stuff there. You already have the little square that says follow me here, and you already have your playlists, and you're having this long saga and tell about everything that's in your films and all your websteads and all this shit. Oh yeah, and it's got to be clean and shifted up the butt too. You got that down. Plus these folks already are YouTube mates, so they already have enough gal to have YouTube show their films all over the stead. And when it doesn't work for you, they're going to say, well, I'm not answerable if it doesn't work for you. But I'm going to behave like I know what ails your YouTube fairway. Well, guess what? Some of my films got a lot of watch time, and I didn't do any of that shit. And I'm happy for the watch time my films do get. I'm happy for the watching and the lookings my film do get. You know? The YouTube, whatever, they don't think, folks. They're making whatever. And then, it said, yeah, I don't know why. Maybe he came on and said something and then shifted his mind and took it down before he left. I don't know. I just don't hope that he doesn't get in any kind of mishap with WWE over him being a follower of mine. I just hope not. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm just happy that he did watch 2 of my films, you know. So anyway, and I get a like the watch time my films do have and the lookings it gets, and I didn't do any of that shit. So go look at some of my most watched films and you'll see I don't got any of that shit. Yeah. And half of those tools are like hit and misses. They are. They're hit and misses. They do. Well, anyway, I just want to say that, well, so far, so good. And so far, I didn't get any strikes on me yet. No one's told YouTube, oh, I'm doing wrong. So that's good to know. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyone else want to see some stuff? I don't know. So, yeah. Well, apparently, yeah, well, it ain't good enough. And there are going to be some folks thinking, oh, it's going to snow next week. Okay, yeah. I didn't say you were, but I said there was someone who would come on my YouTube live stream or Jordan's one that, would say something to hope that you would say it so I can get you in a hang up. I wasn't saying you were, but I said there are folks out there that, they do something and hope that you do something so then they can go shift around and say, look what so and so did. Yeah, that's true. There are folks out there who think, yeah, so it is what it is. If someone out there wants to do all that with their films, then good for them. There's all kinds of films out there. They're all of them. There's all the films out there, and I've seen them all. They're all good films. They're all follower films, and I liked them, And I think I watched all of them. They're all good. But I don't really think there's going to be a true film. You see, that's one thing that Toei and Naoko Takiguchi never did was a true film. They never did. And I know there were a lot of talks, but nothing ever came out of it. And there were a lot of follower films, And I did see a lot of these follower films, and they were good. But I don't know if there's ever truly going to be a true film of mine. Probably never will be. So the follower films are more good than nothing. If you go on YouTube, you will see a lot of fan or follower films made. A lot of follower films made, but that's about it. So I think it's more good than nothing because I don't think any of those are ever going to come out. That's good to know. But at least you can learn another speech. At least you're learning another speech. I cannot learn another speech. I only speak one speech, and that's English, and I can't learn other speeches. My mind just doesn't work that way. And I know what some folks believe if you only speak one speech that you're dumb, you're this, you're that. But if you can learn another speech, then good for you. I'm glad that at least it worked out for you. So good for you if you're learning another speech. That's good for you. Well, I know you're one of my followers, and I want to say thank you for being one of my followers. That's good to know that you're from Russia. So that's good. I didn't know that, but that's good to know. Yep. So it is what it is. I only followers. I don't know what you mean by only followers. You mean on my YouTube live stream? I meet new folks through my YouTube live streams, and then they can become my followers and they become my friends. I just met someone who's from Russia, who is on my YouTube live stream right now. I don't know how his name goes, but I think it might be Openkin or Open. I'm not even sure. It's like Open something. But you can tell me which times you did the stream. I'd started about 2 in the afterday, but that'd be the Eastern time stead here in the United States or the on it irks. I don't know what time that would be in your side of the world, but I just like make I just start my live streams. I don't really go set any time to do them. I just got in the mood to want to do it for about an hour, and that's what came out of it. I don't know what your name is. I don't know how to say it. I'll probably am just not saying it right. So it is what it is. Yeah, I know that's what it means. But this YouTube live stream would be for anyone, followers or not. I don't really go through and do any of that. Now, I know there are some folks out there that to go around and do settings and say only for followers and only for this, but I don't do that. But yeah, I guess that's what it means. But a lot of the folks who do come on my YouTube live streams are followers of mine. So I guess you could say that. You can say that. Well, I live in. All right, wait. No, I'm not talking about Dwayne here, but he lives in Pennsylvania. Okay. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't do this all the time. But yeah, I like to eat moon pies or moon cakes. If I do that too many times, then Lucifer's got some kind of voice illness with some kind of speech box illness with its name on it to throw in my mouth. And the haters would always do that. Yeah, it's a good irk. And that's RIKE, irk. Yeah, it's a good irk. I guess. At least, yeah, I guess you could say that it's good. Yeah, it is. The only, yeah. Oh, I did a lot of stuff in Learn Hall, but I usually like to, either I got there too late, or I was be eating, or do something wrong, and I had to go put me that's outside the hall. If you're asking about me, or you're asking about Dwayne when it comes to his Learn Hall, well, Learn Hall was good. Dwayne didn't have a hang up with Learn Hall. Yeah, he may have had to struggle a bit, but he didn't really have that much battle with Learn Hall. You want to spend, yeah. Yeah, Learn House, Learn Hall. Oh no, it's Dwayne. Anyway, what are we talking about him for? Talking about me, Serena, Sailor Moon. He's just the one who runs it. The haters out there, they don't understand that. They see this shit, they get pissed, they get irked, they get mad, they become the wretched, and they start saying, "Oh, it would take your earnest if you came on as yourself." There used to be, yeah, and used to do Dwayne Skip One, a little talking fairway. They bitched at that one. I'm making all the films right now on some web shooter called Jelly Combo. No, I never did. Had talks with him on Twitter, but never ever met him. But apparently he eats as much as I do and Homer. But I think I eat more than Homer Simpson and Gaiwu. Or Gaiku, or whatever. How do you say his name? And there we go again, fucking up that Japanese borrowed name. Gaiku, I guess. But folks say he eats as much as I do. It says, you help many folks make films such as TWF, Jordan Long, Power Ranger Strength Keeper, Our Lord Jesus Christ, Ernest P. Worrell, Salem Musala Earth, and Xena the Fighter Queenling. Yeah, I do. I put a lot of folks in those films. There are a lot of them. Yeah. Gotta do that stuff. Yeah. Just, I guess Jelly Comp. Yeah, I'll read it right here. COMP. Compo. Compo, I guess. Like combination, I guess. Or I'm not sure. But that's what it says. So I don't know what to tell you, but that's how it's spelled. That's how that borrowed word is spelled. So I don't know. Sailor Moon 1995, because that's when my Deke one came out. If you lived in Canada or Kinland, that would have came out in August. Or if those in the United States are on the IRCs, that was in September. So yeah, you look that up, it'll be there. I don't know if I'm going to have anyone else be in my... I should do a Sailor Says sometime down the road, but that's after we all done fighting AJ Styles, done talking about Money in the Bank or Galled in the Box, and then we might do a Sailor Says about the illness, the sickness, the corona illness, the corona sickness, the illness that on Microsoft News can't make up its mind if it wants to be yellow or green or red or whatever. So, yeah, I guess it's apt. Sailor Moon 1995. Yeah, that's usually how they go. That's usually how those things are made. But I thought that was good. Well, you know what? I wasn't going to go jump to Apple. I know that. I used to have a Google Chromebook for about 6 years, and then one day Google said, we're going to pull out back updates and hardware and software backing for Google Chromebook. So we had to go jump to either going to jump to Apple or Microsoft. But I know Microsoft and Google more than I know Apple. I know that might make someone mad out there who thought, oh, you might jump to Apple Macintosh OS. Well, guess what? Never had an Apple, don't know how they work. And at the end of the day, it's better to either go and it's either would have gone to Google, but that'd be 6 more years and back to the hang up again. So I knew Microsoft in and out more than I know Apple. And funny enough, this HP one was resurfaced, whatever you want to call it. So got it cheaper through Amazon about 2 months ago. And fine, yeah. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I thought that was good. And I liked The Undertaker's fight and Bray Wyatt's fight. I thought they were both good. I don't really think they're going to be done, though. I don't really think they're going to be done. I wish we can, but we cannot. And I know that when I went from a Google Chrome OS back to Microsoft Windows, I knew that meant Stronghold from Norton LifeLock. That known constant updating for Norton LifeLock. Get your updates from Microsoft for Microsoft Windows. Because hackers like, now I can fuck with his shit. Oh no. He's updating it. He's keeping his shit up to date and all kind of other stuff. Yeah, so whatever. And even though Microsoft Windows 10 has come a long way with strong holding and stuff, there's still, you got to put somebody else's shit over their shit. Because there's always going to be stuff that Norton is going to get that the Microsoft one isn't going to get. What's a ASMR film? Welcome. I don't know. If it's some film that has to do with some film tool out there that I don't have. It has to do something like, oh, well, that's good for you, Den. Good for you, Den. But you know, all those film shifting tools are about the same way. They're hit and misses. And I used to work with a lot of them back in the day. Everyone's beloved Microsoft Windows movie maker or filmmaker. Want to make your films brighter? Want to make them darker? We can. You want to cut shit out? Oh, that's a hit and miss. You want to put a name to your film or whatever? Good for you. Want to make some outstanding drawings? Good for you. And then there was ArcSoft Video Processor, ArcSoft Webcam Companion, or it should have been ArcSoft Webcam Friend and ArcSoft for Layer. Same deal. Make things brighter, make things darker, do some outstanding drawings, cut shit out, hit and miss, besmirch your film. Then came Cyberlink Power Director, broken one, where all it did was just film shit. And all the other film shifting tools out there, either Sony Vegas or Apple Macintosh iMovie or the YouTube editor, all pretty much all shit hit and misses. None of them work right. Even if you got a book that told you how anything would work, it probably still wouldn't work right. And all my haters back in the days would say, shifting is your friend. No, shifting was a friend that said, I can make your stuff brighter. I can make your stuff darker. I can draw some nice little, some outstanding drawings and stuff, give you a beginning, a closing to your film, but I can't cut shit out. That's going to be a hit and miss. Sad, bro. But the one I did like back in the day was one called ArcSoft Magic Free or ArcSoft Magic Free Visual. They're done with that now. There is one on the Microsoft one. I don't know the name, but it could let you do that too. I guess I was lucky back in the day when I used to do that stuff, all the likenesses and drawings of stuff. I was lucky. I was lucky that Toei never really gave two shits about what I did back then. If I would do something now, they probably would jump on that. Oh, well, okay, now there's a drawing of so-and-so. Let's go tell YouTube to take that down. So, yeah, back in the day, I was lucky. Toei probably didn't give two shits about my fairway and probably still don't. If they did, oh, it's just someone talk with a Sailor Moon doll. Move on, go on. That's for everyone's work. I don't even know what a AMR is, and I don't think I can make it. Sad, I don't think I can make one of those ones. I don't have any of the tools to do it, and even if I did, I cannot do it. So sadly, I don't think it'd be done. No, I cannot. I don't even know what it is. No, I don't even know what it is. No, I truly don't. Most of the things I watch these days would be WWE and Power Rangers, and that's about it. And then there's this one film, well, that's about it, and my old stuff. And that's about it, what I watch. So, except for the I don't even know what it is. It said, "Do you whisper info, Mike?" And then whisper sounds. No, I don't even. I don't even do anything with the settings. I do not. I'm not going to be one of those that goes fucks around with my settings. You know, this is 1080p. You know, all the other tools I had could never do nothing, so I can't do anything about it. You know, I know that it takes about, yeah, so I'm not going to go shift around with stuff. And sometimes live streams could be hit and misses as far as is the sound, the loudness of the film or whatever. I know, yeah. I don't know what it is. I wish I could make it for you. I wish I could do something, but I don't know what it is. I truly don't know what it is. Yeah, I guess I'm not cool anymore. I don't know what this arm or whatever it means. I don't know what it means. You're forgiven. I don't know what it means. You don't know what it means. And I'm probably not the good to be taking English learning from me, because mostly I seek to speak English with mostly or all English words or pod disc English words. I don't really say too many borrowed words in English these days. But then getting back to that, I only know one speech, and I can't learn any other speeches. It doesn't work. But I'm happy for you that you can learn another speech. So good for you. You know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's armor work or make a film. I don't have TikTok. If that's what you kept asking me about all that time, no, I do not have that. That probably works on mobile phones or wireless far speakers. And this one is a dumb far speaker. And it probably doesn't even run on a Reckoner. I don't know if it runs on a Reckoner or not. So no, I'm sad. I don't do any films on TikTok if that's what you were asking about. That's my mistake. I didn't know that's what you were talking about. Forgive me. It's not that I got a hang up with them. They just don't belong to the speech. And when you have a speech hang up, when you fuck up on when you mess up on, when you missay your borrowed words, you don't want someone saying it, like that to you all the time. And it just don't belong to the speech. And it's one of those goals. And I figure if the hang up's going to be upstairs, and everybody likes to be upstairs, they don't like the underground. Oh no, our speech is pod disc. I don't want to be in the underground. I'll feel dumb. So I'm going to go upstairs for the borrowed words they're at. And I wish my speech wasn't this. Like some folks are ashamed that English is some type of it's a Germanic or a pod disc speech. They're ashamed of that. They wish it was something else, but it's not. So I'm not one of those underground shames that's like so ashamed of the underground, but it is what it is. So yeah, if you have some kind of speech hang up and you missay some words, and most of them tend to be borrowed words, then hey, if you cut them out of your speech, you're doing more good. Plus, they don't belong to the speech anyway. Yeah. No, I'm not. I do not doing nothing wrong. I was just talking about someone else. I was talking with someone else about something. You didn't do anything wrong. once again, I just want to say how sad I am for not, so I can't do any TikTok films. I don't even know if it runs on a Reckoner or not. I could look into that, but most likely it probably does not. You know, the underground, the basement, the underground. Our speech was Germanic or pod disc, so that's where the bottom. That's what our speech was built on, and the bar words are built overlap like a house. But only when it's a speech, you spend more time in the underground than you do on the top of the ground. So if you want to, yeah. Well, thank you for being a follower of my work. And how is it learning English or learning another speech? Since something I can't do, it does not work for me. I don't know if I can do a fan meetup or not. I don't know if that's going to work or not. It would imply knowing where everyone lived, then having talks with them. So I don't really know if that's going to work out or not. I think the thing is either going through Twitter or YouTube is probably the way it's going to be. There never have been any follower meetings and probably never will be because everyone lives all over the world and other irks and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's going to work out or not. Then either when you do something like that, then who gets the ownership of the film then? I don't know. Yeah, well, same here with me. I know English, but I don't know any other speeches. So I guess me and you are about the same. You know, you only speak one speech, Russian, which is a Slovak speech, and I only speak English, which is a Germanic or a Poddish speech. And me and you, we got one thing that's the same is that we speak one speech, and we wish we could learn other speeches, but we can't. But I'm happy to meet you. Thank you for being my follower. What, you're asking me? I'm 39. Yeah, I'm 36. But he's 39. I'm 39. And he's 39. Yeah. The haters will get, oh, blah, blah, blah. Well, I guess I do another hour of this and be done about 4. So, uh, in this world, I guess that's true. Yeah, it is. It is. Well, where is it? Where's my holy moon stick? Yeah, here's my holy moon stick. Vladimir. Well, good to meet you, Vladimir. Good to meet you, my old world Russian follower, friend. Here's my holy moon stick. I know, not my true holy moon stick, but it has to be my holy moon stick. Oh, I play all kinds of games, but not that I'm good at them or anything. But I do play all kinds of games. You know. So, but I guess it's a good game. I guess it would be What the Hammer 40,000, a board game. I never played it before, but I guess it would be a good game. It's like one of those, I don't know what, but it's one of those good games. Oh, I gotta think. Mostly I played Sailor V games, and then I played the games that I was in. But as far as I to get to it back in the day, I may have played my game on the Sega Genesis, on a Super Nintendo, but it was on my old Dell Reckoner with Microsoft Windows Vista. Not anymore, though, but that was as far as it went. You know. Oh, yeah. Just put in, well, my first film I made back in the day, for anyone who wants to know, oh, maybe it happened on May 18th, 2013. Wow, I got hacked again. I got no, wasn't no, got not hacked again. I must have got banned again, or whatever it was, locked again. So it's there. Oh, that's good to know that that game has all that fun stuff in it, I guess. If you're into that thing. So I got 10 followers, 13 thumbs up, but it is what it is. All right, I guess I gotta go now. I've been doing this for about an hour. And I want to thank everyone for coming on, everyone who did come on. And I also want to say, oh, before I go, I'll tell you what my first one is, but it's not around anymore. Sailor Moon Red was the first one that got hacked. And that happened around 2010 while, so that one is totally gone. Well, you're welcome. Goodbye, everyone.